You are live, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, good morning everybody. We are serving Srimad Bhagavatam together, continuation, 10th canto, chapter 13. Brahma steals the boys and calves, text number 61. From text 58 to 61 is about Vrindavan. And it's nice to read text 60 about describing about all atmosphere of Vrindavan. It's nice to read that. And of course, yesterday, whoever gave class, they must have talked about it. So this is continuation up to text. Today is a last text, and then of course, then only three texts are left. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshur Unmilitamina Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamayam Dadhati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Shriyutapatakamanam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padanu Sahagana Sri Lalita Sivishakhavitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Sri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sudai Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Mahavadanyai Krishna Prem Pradayate Krishnai Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurte Sinamo Namaha Vanchakalpataruvasya Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavane Bhyo Vaishnave Namo Namam Vishnu Padare Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pachai Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Desatanine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasade Gaur Bhaktivinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So text number 61. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tatrodvata Pashupavamsa Sisusvanatyam Brahmadvayam Paramanantam Agadabodham Vatsan Sakhini Vapura Parito Vichinvad Ekam Sapani Kavalam Parameshti Achasta. Tatra, there in Vrindavan, Udvahat assuming Pashupavamsa Shishutva Natyam, the play of being a child in a family of a cowherd man. Another of Krishna's name is Gopal, he who maintains the cows. Brahma, the absolute truth. Advayam, without a second. Param, the supreme. Anantam, unlimited. Aghada Bodham, possessing unlimited knowledge. Vatsan, the calves. Sakhin and his friends, the boys. Eva Paro Pra, just as before. Paritaha, everywhere. Vichinvat, searching. Ekam, alone, all by himself. Sapani Kavalam, with a morsel of food in his hand. Parmeshi, Lord Brahma. Achasta saw. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Then Lord Brahma saw the absolute truth, who is one without a second, who possesses full knowledge and who is unlimited. Assuming the role of a child in a family of cowherd men and standing all alone, just as before, with a morsel of food in his hand, searching everywhere for the cows and his cowherd friends. This is what Lord Brahma saw before. Before the Brahma Vimohan Lila, Lord Brahma saw this, right? And that's why Lord Brahma was bewildered. Now remember, the same Lord Brahma, when the earth was in trouble, all the demigods and earth went to Lord Brahma, right? And Lord Brahma's prayers, Lord Brahma prayed, and Lord Brahma is in Lord Brahma's heart. Lord gave intelligence, he gave understanding that I'll be coming, I'll be appearing. And then when Lord Brahma, remember, Krishna appeared in the Kamsa's prison house, and Lord Brahma was the one whose chief demigod who was praising the Lord. Now Lord Brahma knew that this is the same Lord he had prayed for, had appeared. But still Lord Brahma was bewildered. Right? Lord Brahma was bewildered. And that's why he thought, let me steal the calves and the calves and the boys. Let me steal them. So that's what he did. Because Lord Brahma saw that Krishna was sitting with all after killing Aghasura. First of all, this little boy killed Aghasura. That was kind of a surprise to Lord Brahma. Aghasura was a big demon. All the demigods were afraid of him. And this little boy is killing. Not just that, on top of that, when Lord Brahma see all the cowherd boys are taking prasadam together, and Krishna is everywhere with each cowherd boy. And Krishna, one of the cowherd boys is spitting out the juice from the mouth, and Krishna is drinking that juice. And then top of that, Krishna, where the cows are lost, so Krishna is telling the cowherd boys, you stay here and I'm gonna go. I'll go find the cows, right? And he has in his left hand he has a morsel of rice and the dahi. So Lord Brahma saw that, so Lord Brahma was kind of surprised. This is my Lord? So Lord Brahma was bewildered, right? And that's why he thought, let me see my power, whose power is greater. And that's why he stole. Now after all this pastime happened, now Lord Brahma is seeing the same thing. But this time Lord Brahma is not seeing with his consciousness is changed. That's the point. He realized that this cowherd boy is none other than my Lord. You see. So that's what is here coming to this sloka here. He's seeing the same cowherd boy going to find the cows and the calves. Same. But this time Lord Brahma's consciousness completely changed. And that's what we are looking for. We want to change. We want to change our consciousness of Krishna consciousness. This is the Lord Brahma now. He realizing, who is this little boy? This Lord Brahma is the same. This little boy is the same. Govinda Madi Purusham. Same boy. And then of course Sachidananda. The Lord is Sachidananda. Ananda Satchit, full of knowledge. And there is the mention in the first paragraph. He said the purport by Srila Prabhupada. The word Agada Bodham, meaning full of unlimited knowledge, is significant in this verse. The Lord's knowledge is unlimited, and therefore one cannot touch where it ends. Just as one cannot measure the ocean. What is the extent of our intelligence in comparison to the vast expanse of water in the ocean? On my passage to America, how insignificant the ship was, like a matchbox in the midst of the ocean. Krishna's intelligence resembles the ocean, for one cannot imagine how vast it is. The best course, therefore, is to surrender to Krishna. Don't try to measure Krishna. And this is what the point is. Let's discuss this first paragraph here. Krishna's knowledge is unlimited. His pastimes are unlimited. His guna, his all his qualities are unlimited, and that's why the Ananta Sesha with thousandhood is trying to describe the Krishna's quality and his pastime, but still he cannot. There is no end of it. That's what here in the first paragraph Srila Prabhupada is saying, and Srila Prabhupada is making his point because he came by boat, right, Jaladuta, to America, and a vast ocean. Imagine. It's a vast ocean, and his little boat is there, and the boat is like, he's saying his boat is like a matchbox, comparing the ocean. So the point is that Krishna is unlimited, Krishna's knowledge is unlimited, Krishna's pastime is unlimited. So how can you measure it? We have a tiny brain. What can we measure? It's here Lord Brahma, you talk about Lord Brahma, first living entity. His wife is Saraswati, goddess of knowledge. Lord Brahma is a full knowledge. He is the most intelligent person in the universe. He was bewildered. What to say of us? So what we should do? We should not keep arguing. We just accept what Scripture says. That's the point. What the Scripture says, what our spiritual master like Srila Prabhupada says, we accept it. We don't keep arguing about it. Argument is not going to help. That's what Srila Prabhupada says. Don't try to measure Krishna. We will never, there will be never end of glorifying Krishna. That's the point. So we stick to the one. Whatever our bhava is according to our bhava, we continue serving him accordingly. So that's what he's saying. Paragraph 2. The word advayam. Advayam means, here translation is mentioned, advayam is without a second. What the meaning with one without a second is also significant, because Brahma was overcast by Krishna's Maya. He was thinking himself the supreme. In the material world, everyone thinks I am the best man in the world. In this world, I know everything. One thinks, why should I read Bhagavad Gita? I know everything. I have my own interpretation. Brahma, however, was able to understand that the Supreme Person of Godhead, Krishna, is Krishna. Iswar, Krishna, another Krishna's name, therefore is Parameshwara. 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 Ishvara means the Lord, and Param means the Sachidananda, Parameshwara. Purna Purushottama. See. So, Lord Brahma, here, Lord Brahma was covered, Krishna had covered him. Krishna himself, Manusya Nam Sahasra Kasyati Siddhi. Lord Brahma was covered. Krishna himself covers all by Yogamaya when he doesn't want to know. He doesn't want anybody know him. Right? Yogamaya Samavitaha. Right? So here, the Krishna, whether he's a cowherd boy or is in battle of Kurukshetra. So here is the point is that this is in the Vrindavan there is a loving relationship. Did you see question? Did you see Krishna killed any demons with when Krishna killed the demons in Vrindavan? Did he use any weapons? No. But as soon as he went to Mathura, what happened? He used weapons. Yeah, he used the weapons. He killed with Shishupal with Sudarshan Chakra. So why he didn't use the weapon in Mathura when Vrindavan when he killed the demons? Why he didn't use the weapons? He killed Putana, he killed Saktasura, he killed Trinavarta. Bakasura, Dhenukasura, of course, Dhenukasura killed by Balaram. Why? Because if he used the weapons in Vrindavan, then there is loving relationship between him and all the cowherd men would think, oh, he's the supreme, he's God, right? But in Vrindavan, there is a sweet relationship between the cowherd boys and Krishna, with the gopis and Krishna, with his associate with Krishna. And he wants to keep that relationship. If he used a weapon, then what Brajvasi would think? Brajvasi think he's a supreme, he's a Lord. Right? He's God. But he doesn't want to. And this is where Brahma bewildered. How is that my Lord? He eats jutan. I mean, someone from the plate eat is different, but this is here. He was his friend is eating and he taking it out from his mouth and he's giving to Krishna, and Krishna is eating it. This was the loving exchange between Krishna and his devotees, between Krishna and his cowherd boys. And this is where Brahma was bewildered. And now he's seeing the same thing, but now his consciousness, Brahma's consciousness, is changed. He's realizing that, Lord, you are, whatever you do is all good. Brahma is now seeing the loving exchange. He's realizing this was a loving exchange between Krishna and his cowherd boys. So see, the outside material world, we talk about the Krishna. People who know, they kind of bewildered. What kind of your Lord is that? He eats from the mouth of other living entities. Is that a God? You see, people surprises. So that's what is here mentioned. Now Brahma saw Krishna, the Supreme Person of Godhead, appearing as a cowherd boy in Vrindavan, not demonstrating his opulence, but standing just like an innocent boy, with some food in his hand, loitering with his cowherd boy friends, calves and cows. Brahma did not see Krishna as Chaturbhuja, opulent, or Narayan. Rather, he simply saw an innocent boy. Nevertheless, he could understand that although Krishna was not demonstrating his power, he was the same Supreme Person. That's the point. After all this past time, Brahma come to realize that my power was nothing, comparing the power of the Lord. My power, and that's what Srila Prabhupada mentioned in third paragraph. People generally do not appreciate someone unless he saw something wonderful. But here, although Krishna did not manifest anything wonderful, Brahma could understand that the same wonderful person was present like an ordinary child, although he was the master of the whole creation. Thus Brahma prayed, Govindam Adi Purusam Tamaham Bhajami. You are the original person, the cause of everything. I bow down to you. This was his realization. Tamam Bhajami. This is what is wanted. Vedesu Durlabham. One cannot reach Krishna merely by Vedic knowledge. Adurlabham Atma Bhakto. But when one becomes a devotee, then one can realize him. Brahma therefore became a devotee. In the beginning he was proud of being a Brahma, the Lord of the universe. But now he understood, here is the Lord of the universe, I am simply insignificant agent. Govindam Adi Purusam Tamaji. Now usually, another point is, usually demigods, when they come on the earth planet, they don't put their feet on the earth, you know that? They stay high. Even when Indra came to entice, who was that in the Ramayana? Ahalya, right? Wife of, she became a stone. Ahalya, right? No, not Ahalya.
Yeah.
Huh?
Ahilya, yes.
Ahalya, right? Huh? She had actually seen that Indra This is Indra. He is Indra. Even though Indra had come as her husband, but he was walking. He was not walking on the floor, on the ground, and she know that, and that's why her husband. What was her husband name? Ahalya's husband name. She
Gautam.
cursed him to become a stone
Gautam.
because she knew that it was not her husband. It was some demigod, but still she allowed to have a illicit relationship with him. You see. So here Brahma, I mean, he's coming down. He's gonna next 14th chapter. He will play the beautiful prayers. You will hear. The demigod doesn't put the feet on the ground of the earth, but here he's dealing with a Braj. It's Krishna's home. It's Krishna's bhumi. So he bowed down. Not just he's putting his feet, but also he's putting his head down. With the four-headed Brahma, he's bowing down his head, his crown. You see. And all this prayer in chapter 14, nice prayer, Brahma will pray, but still Krishna doesn't say anything to him. You see. So here Brahma is saying that how my Lord here is how my Lord is so powerful, Lord is so unlimited, and he's having these pastimes, loving pastime. That is the beauty about the Braj. That is beauty about the Braj, the loving exchange between Krishna and his devotees. And that's what Srila Prabhupada has given us. Srila Prabhupada has given us this Braj Leela to us, and the highest one is the Madhurya Ras. Srila Prabhupada gave. Even though we are not qualified to have a script. Srila Prabhupada is so kind, mercifully gave this to us, given us to understand, to realize. See. And the last paragraph, Krishna was playing like a dramatic actor. Because Brahma had some false prestige, thinking that he had some power. Krishna showed him his real position. This is what Krishna, for Krishna, what was this? What is big thing for Krishna? He is unlimited. So for him to expand millions of covered boys and cows was nothing. Unlimited. You cannot measure the ocean. If we see with our limited brain, if we try to measure the width and length of the ocean, we cannot. Same with Krishna. Is unlimited. We cannot. See. And here Srila Prabhupada giving another example of Brahma, how Brahma was bewildered. A similar incident occurred when Brahma went to see Krishna in Dwarka. When Krishna's doorman informed Lord Krishna that Lord Brahma is there, Krishna responded, "Which Brahma?" Ask him which Brahma. Doorman relayed this question, and Brahma was astonished. Is there another Brahma besides me? He thought. When the doorman informed Lord Krishna, it is four-headed Brahma. Lord Krishna said, "Oh, four-headed, call others, show him." So this is what right away when Krishna told the doorman what happens. Beside the four-headed Brahma, there was 10-headed Brahma, 1,000-headed Brahma, million-headed Brahmas came right there in front of Brahma, in front of this four-headed Brahma. Then Brahma realized, oh my gosh, beside me, I am not the only one in four-headed Brahma. There are other universes. In other universes, there is 100-headed Brahma, 1,000-headed Brahma, 1,000,000-headed Brahma. Imagine. This is Krishna's position. For Krishna, four-headed Brahma is insignificant. To say nothing of four-headed scientists, materialist scientists think that although this planet Earth is full of opulence, all others are vacant because they simply speculate. This is their scientific conclusion. But from the Bhagavatam, we understand that the entire universe is full of living entities everywhere. This is why Srila Prabhupada is writing this, because they were at that time, they were thinking that scientists think they went to the moon planet, and the moon planet they say there is nobody, no living entity. Srila Prabhupada is making point here. Then in those there are millions of universes. This is the one universe. The millions of universes on this universe, in this planet, there are millions of planets in each universe, and each planet has a living entities. So what to say about the other planets? So living entities are there. That's what Srila Prabhupada is making point here. So actually his point is they are not gone to moon planet, and it was a big thing at that time. One or two devotees left when they were showing on the television. They went to moon planet, and Srila Prabhupada said, no, they are not going to moon planet. So one or two devotees who were serving, they left the movement. So they were thinking how Srila Prabhupada said no, they didn't go to moon planet. But here Srila Prabhupada is making a point. Thus it is folly of the scientists that although they do not know anything, they mislead people by presenting themselves as scientists, philosophers, and men of knowledge. They are misrepresenting because they have not realized, they have not understood Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Person of Godhead. Krishna is unlimited. Krishna is full of bliss and knowledge, eternal. And he can perform any pastimes he likes. He can come in any form he likes. That's what is here it said in this verse. So this is now Lord Brahma is seeing the same cowherd boy holding the morsel of food in his left hand and going there to find the cowherd boys and calves. But now Brahma is realizing this is the same cowherd boy is actually my Lord. And that's why he's writing Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Interesting, isn't it? And now Brahma will next 62, 63, 64 up to 64 is the last sloka of this, and this is the last Srila Prabhupada's writing. Srila Prabhupada purports up to this last 64 texts, and then we will have a purports not by Prabhupada but by his disciples from chapter 14. So here again translation. Then Lord Brahma saw the absolute truth, who is one without a second, who possesses full knowledge and who is unlimited, assuming the role of a child in a family of a cowherd man and standing all alone, just as before, with a morsel of food in his hand, searching everywhere for the cows and his cowherd friends. Same consciousness. So similarly, our consciousness also, we think in the material world, we think that we are big, but we are not the doer. We are just an instrument. This is the Krishna consciousness. We are instrument. I am not the controller. I am not the operator. I am not the doer. Krishna, I am an instrument in the hands of, and I am an instrument. I am not an operator. I am operated. I am not the controller. I am being moved by the Lord. That's a spiritual understanding. Okay. Any questions? Any comments? Pujari, any questions? Anyone has? Looks like you all are tired.
ओके प्रभु, कुछ क्वेश्चन नहीं है प्रभु. हैप्पी एकादशी. आपका एकादशी आज है कल है?
आज है.
आज. ठीक है. हरे कृष्ण.
हरि बोल.